All right, well, they're bringing out the potty soon. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah.
All right, Rod, we'll start talking.
Is that eventually?
While everyone's out there. All right, run.
Good?
Yep.
All right.
All right, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome once again here to Keystone Coin, our weekly Thursday evening auction. My name is Ron. If you have any issues during the sale, let us know. I'll do what I can to get you back on track. Keep in mind, everything we auction here is sold on resale paperwork, unless we tell you otherwise. So make sure you should be entitled to it, perhaps to come entitled. All right. Review so everything that says is condition, all right? No guarantees, warranties of any kind, either express or implied, as to the make, the model, the year, the color, and anything else. So we have inspection time for you to come in and take a look, make an intelligent decision as to what you wish to pay, okay? All right, first, once we say sold the vehicle, we do need you to stand up out of your chair. You will come up so we can register and complete the transaction, okay? All right, all you online folks, you will come in tomorrow morning, starting at 8 a.m. and all the way to 12 noon. All right, if you guys on site cannot get your cars out tonight, don't panic. We'll give you till 12 noon tomorrow as well to get your vehicles out. Okay, if you leave past 12 noon tomorrow, you will be assessed a penalty fee equal to a day's worth of storage. So we don't want to do that to you, so please get your cars out in a timely fashion. All right. Let's see here. No tender left today, okay, I don't see anything, okay. All right, so everything's gonna go out the door tonight, guys, okay? We do have, let's see here. Come on. We have some holidays coming up here, so, the week of, Christmas, guys, we're gonna go on the 26th, okay, the 26th. That'll be a Friday, following Christmas, and then the following week, New Year's, we're gonna go on Tuesday, the 30th, okay? All right, so put that on your schedule there. Yes, sir. All right. And we'll keep announcing that, okay? All right. You guys see the chair? We got a few left over there. Grab one if you want, if not, just hang loose. All right, I think we're good to go, guys, so let's get it on here. We go to number one here, so no, 144 Ducati. 959, model here, guys. Hey, we've got 24. How about 24 and a half? 2450? How about 2450? 2450, 2450, and total return 2400 online. I think we should get rid of this in case. That's showing green on my thing here, so.
Okay, 2400 online, right?
Online, yes, sir. Okay, hey, number two, guys, here's the 2015. Let's see. We got it up. There it is. Hey, let's see your guys. Hey, yeah, no. Hey, there it is. Give me $500. $500 required. How about
I got 200 online, so.
you got two online. How about we'll see. Let's see, it says loading there, let's see.
I think we're almost there.
Showing sale pending at 200, so
Yep.
we're gonna close it out. We're gonna buy online buyer, yes, sir. Here comes an old six, Kawasaki 36 model, hey, how about the number? How about the number? He said two. I got you covered at 50, 75, 50, 75, 75, what do you say, I got 3, not quarter. I got 3 in the back, 3 and a quarter, minus 75, I got 3, 75, 4 and a quarter, now half. About half, and now it's 75, you gotta go 75, you're 30, now 5 and a quarter. And I told you, a little bit still in the back, I got 5 on line, 5 and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter, a quarter, and a half, 75, you go 75. How about 75, 75, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, guys. I have 600, 6 and a quarter here, 6 and a quarter, now half, 75, there goes 75, and 700, did you 7, come on, guys. I have 7, 7 and a quarter, now half here, 50, gotta go 50, 57, 50. How about 57, 50, 75, 800, now 8. How about 800 bucks? Let's get that, guys. We got other cars tonight. How about 800 dollars, 800, and there's silver, 10. 7, 75, I don't want to see any old lady goodies tonight, okay? And that's good like a real man, all right? Here we go, number 4. Here's a low 3. All right, and let's see what we got here. Hey, you gotta get 500, 2 and a quarter. How about 325? You gotta get 325, you gotta get 325, 25, here's silver, 10. Hey, it's a number, it's online, all right? Number 5, here's number 22. Something there. There's a, it's a little scooter or something. All right, here it is. Hey, what about 800? 800 bucks, 400 bucks, 2 and a quarter. How about 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 25, going silver, 10. Hey, $200, 17, online, here, number 6, here comes the 25, Mini Cooper. All right, here's an automatic, so it's a long time. I got 2, 3, 4. How about 4? How about 4, 3 and a half? Not 4, 75, 4, 400 here, now 70, not 40, 40, 50, and now 75, not 40, not 40, no half, how about a half? How about a half? 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, right here, 75, 6. How about 6? There we go, now quarter, the 575, give me 6. How about 6? Oh, so, 10. 75, online, right here, we go, the next car, gonna be number 7. Here comes, 2000, all right, hey, Brown to guys, boys and Brown, shooter, automatic, trigger, around 1,000. I got time to go, 7, 700, 800, now half, now half, $1,000. Head down behind, 50, you gotta go 50,000 here, 12, 13 and a half. How about a half? Look at me. I said, don't look at your phones. Look at me. 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, and 2 grand right here and a half. Then 1 and a half, then 2 and a half, then 3 and a half, and 4 and 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 7 and a half, 8 and a half, and 9. How about 29, 29, 29, get it off, 29, no half, 3 grand, 3 grand, 31. How about 31, 31, 31, I got 3 grand here, yes sir. How about 31, then we have something outside, at 3 grand, put them on number 4 is my, right, here's number 8. Hey, number 8. Okay, yeah, number 4. I couldn't tell you, but the camera pulled up here, this one over here. Here's an OE Mitsubishi, Eclipse Spider model. Hey, pay $80 for the key charge, all right? Don't forget the key charges are ever pay the purchase price. All right, there we go. Somebody give me 1,000. I got down to go time. I'm going to handle 1 and a quarter, half. I got to handle pay 50, go 50, 50, 50, 50, 75, I go 70, 75. I got to handle over here, right? 75, 6. How about 6? Here we go.
6.
I got 6, now a quarter, and 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 you have 6 and a quarter, I do 6 and a half. How about 650? That's right, 650, 50, 50, and I sold it 10. 645, number 8 is Meyer. Here we go, number 9 car, here's the 1704. We number 2 charge of this one, guys. So that's about 4 grand. He said 29, 3 grand. How about 30, one here, 31,
6,
2,
7,
6, 7,
4.
8, 9, 4 grand, 41, 2, 3, 5 grand, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 6 here, 56, you gotta go 6, 56, 6, 7, 7 here, 7, 57, 56 on line, 57, 8, 9, how about 9, 6 ounces, 6 ounces. How about 600 ago? We gotta go 600, 600 down here. Yes, sir. 6, now 1, 61, 61. How about 61 to the dollar, 61, we
You're at
go
6.
1. I do, yes, sir. 6 now. How about 61 and we silver time right here. For 6 pounds, we say even, 6 pounds and even, what's the number in a minute? Let me see if I remember. Quickly. Uh, 107, take them up, please, 107 is on, here's some, yeah. Here's 16, yeah, not here, go to the window. I need to go to
Right
the
to the
window,
high.
there you go. Thank you, here we go. The key out from the car, quarter, automatic, regular line, doesn't strong, what are we gonna do here? Hey, you got about 2 grand. I got 2 grand here, 21 here, 22 for the dollar, 22, you gotta get 2. I got 2, 3, 23, 24, 25. And 25, 25 for the dollar, 5 here is 24, 25, 26. How about 7, 26, right here, enough 7. How about 7, we gotta go 7, 7 here, 27, we gotta show off, 7, 8. How about 8 here, 28, 8 down here, 9, 29, 3 grand. So 3 grand, 31, 31, 2. How about 32, 32, 1 here, 31, 32. How about 32, I just said 32, 32, $100 down, 33, 33, 33. How about 33, 32, here in the front. How about 33, $100, 33, $100, 3 down here, and we sold it here in the front. For 3,200, say what's your number again, my friend? Let me see if I remember. Let me see if I remember. Okay, okay. 30, 30 is the buyer, 3, for me, okay? Right, it's when you love it, it's 1,000, two, ready? Two, I mean, the parents, they want to pay it goes on. Two charge, hey, and what are you gonna say here, hey, you got about 25. I got 25, 2 grand, 21 and a half, and 1 and a half, and 2 and a half, and 3 and a half, and 4. Then 24, 23 and a half, 4 and a half, and 5 and a half, and 6, 26, 26 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8, here, now 8, now half. And a half, 59, that's 15, gonna go 50, 50, now 3 grand, 31, 2. How about 32? Mine's 31 on mine, 32, 32, 33, 34. How about 4, 33 in the back, 34. How about 34 to 34, you're gonna go forward now, 5, 35, now 6. How about 36, 36 another, 35 over here. How about 36 another, 600, 600, now here, we have sold it, sold it right there. At 3,500, the option cement, as I told you, don't give up, right?
Number.
133, 133 per dollar, right? Here we go, here's 100. We have done 107 to the camera car. Hey, it runs, rides and drives, sugar automatic, heated up to the beach hours, Thompson. I got down to go where, Thompson? You? No, it's just 50 now, okay, fine. I got no place to go, I could wait, I got Thompson 11, I got 11 12. I'm at 12 here, 12 here, give me half, 11 half, now 12, you gotta go 12, now half, and 13, and a half, and 14, and a half, and a half, 15, and a half, 15, 50, right here, 16. How about 16, now half, 16, 50. And 15, you gotta go 50, 50 here, give me half, I got 16 of that, 16 of the 50 silver, yeah. For 1,600, let me see your number again. 138, okay? 138, 13, all 400, 330. Right, I got time to go, time to look, 4, 5, 6. How about 600, you know, 5 and a half, okay, fine, now 6. I got 75, 6, 600. Now what for, you know, half, 75, 700. But 7, 6, 75 right here, seven here, we have single here. For 675, and let's see, number 46, 46 is about there we go. Okay. All right, here we got number 14, old Cooper guys. You got your friends, check it out, we'll put on here to be Cooper. I got down to the ball, find the bucks.
550.
Five, how about a half six? How about six? You want six? How about 600? How about 600?
75.
75, no six. How about six? Not quarter. Not quarter, 600. How about six and a quarter? Six and a quarter, and a quarter here, six and a quarter. Who said
Quarter.
yeah? Quarter, half, and a half. Certainly get you to skip the segments a little bit for me.
Half.
I got a half, 75. How about 75? Six and a half on mine. How about 675? We're gonna go 75.
75, sir.
No, 7. How about 7?
Seven.
Quarter. How about 7 and a quarter? 7 and a quarter. How many people? You gotta get fast, okay? How about 7 and a quarter? And a quarter here in summertime. That's 700 online. Number 15, number 7. You said this car. Right? Or I'm gonna manage to get around it, we're gonna put 100. Here we go. Five, three, and a quarter.
Four and a half.
75. How about 475? Get it up 475, 475, no time, a quarter. And a quarter, guys, 75, I'm a quarter. How much time a quarter and a half, here, 50, I got a quarter over here. How about 50, guys? How about 550, 50, get it up 50, and we sort of time. 5 and a quarter, number 8, one there, right? Number 16, on the quarter here. Hey, that's what we want to manage for the three quarters. How much they gonna quarter? Three
Yeah,
money,
375.
375 4, D4, you're gonna go
Quarter.
forward. How about quarter? Like I got it, 3 quarter. How about quarter here, need a quarter, here, no, the sort of thing.
400, number 6.
400, number, somebody, here's the hey. Get them, 4, he's on the sheriff, right? Just a little bit, you're up, there you go, I can't see my guy right there, thank you, sir, appreciate it. All right, guys, go for it, he's on the stair, quarter, 190, straight to the line, 800. Yeah, he said 5 and a half, and 6, 75, 6. Got a quarter, she's not ready, I get, 6 here, 6 and a quarter, I have 6 and a quarter. How about, quarter, now, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter is on mine. How about 650, no, 75, I'm gonna go 75. How about 675, 787? How about 7, we're gonna go 7, we're gonna go 7, here, 7 here, where you saw the tank. 675, number 6 is number 18, here, I'm going to 16. Okay. We're on the next, how we start here. And the time is on, oh my gosh. Hey, it's out to go, 5, 6. How about 6? How about a half? 6. How about 6 and a half? 6 and a half and 7. How about 7? We're gonna go 7 and a half over here. 50 and now we 50 and 9. We're gonna go 900. How about 9? He said 5, not 9. How about 9 here? 9 quarter. And a quarter, I got 9. Yes, sir. 9 and a quarter. And a quarter and a half. And a half. And a half. How about a half? I get 9 and a quarter. 9 and a half. 50, 50, 50, we sold the time.
9 and a quarter, number 6.
25, number 6. All right, here's our number 9. Here's number 7. Number about, well, we said 3, take it, 3 and a half. I got 354, 4 and a quarter, 75, 500 and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, 75 and 6. How about 6, 600, not over, not half, 6 and a half, quarter here, and a half, guys. How about 650, gotta go 50, 50, 650, 50, 650, and 9 half, so the thing. For 645, when you catch a number there, he's got player 105, 105. Here we go with number 20. He comes up with every model, so automatic. Now you're gonna give me about, oh my goodness, a little bump right there. Now you're gonna give me 100, almost like a history. 6 and a half. How about 6 and a half, right here, it's 7. How about 7 and a half, here, now we 800, now we 7 and a half, 75, 800, now we 75, 8 and a quarter. And the quarter is 25, 800. You ready? In the quarter? Now you're going to be the quarter gold soil. At 800, number 10, the buyer, number 10, here we go, number you serve, number 21 is an old set. Hey, we're going to re-sign. Hey, you're going to get 800, how much are you going to Hey, I got three and a quarter. How much three and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, quarter, and a half, and five, here, now 75, you say it's five. How about five, 475, five. How about five, I could really get a five here, so okay. 475, number 16 is the Maya, right? Here. I don't say it, I'm saying, I don't have to manage it around, so I was trying to get it down. How about five to go, I'm gonna go from that, you want five? How about five? You want some of the five? Five and a half. How about five here? Five and a half here, a quarter. How about quarter, half, 75. And six and a quarter. I have 600, six and a quarter. Six and a quarter, six and a half. How about 650, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, six and a quarter, so I'm sorry. How about 650 right here in the 75, the 700, how about seven, we're gonna go seven, we're gonna go seven, seven and a quarter. And a quarter, seven right here, how about 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, you guys are paying too much attention to the fact, 7 and a quarter, half, 75. 75, now 8, now quarter, now half, 8 and a half, 75, 8, 75, 9. How about 9? We're gonna go 9, we're gonna go 9, 8, 75 is here, 9, 9, so, 9. You got 9 on 9, not
No. You gotta be at 875.
So that's right there, 875, it's already gone, 875.
I saw him.
Yeah. No, you just don't, look at the phone, look at me. Number 99, 99, yes. I think they have number 23, which is, know how to manage to get around, give me 5%. I got $500, how about $500 here, 5, 8 and a half, 4, now half. Give me half, quarter, half. Half, 75, whatever, 75, 500. And a quarter, and a half, 75, let's say $600 on, 75, 6, 6. I got 575, 6, so that 575 number is a 6, right? Here's number 44, here comes an 09, let's see, now. I got the road sign here, 4, not a 9 pounds. I'm a pound to go, see the best and fast section. I'm a pound to go, 5 to go, we want 5, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm a 7, now 8. I'm a 8, half, now 8. I'm a 8, 7 half here, I need 8. I need 8, 75, okay, fine, now 8. I need 7, 75, 800. I'm going to be hitting on the 800 and my silver tank. 775, number 6 to buy, here's 5, here's a 5. Right, so you know how to manage it, but we got about 6
How about 5?
I got 5, let's see what's better, 5 and a quarter. A quarter, half, 5, 15, you gotta go 50, 50, 55, half a quarter, take it, wake up. 5 and a half, 75 cents. How about 600? How about 600? 600, you're gonna go 600, not quarter, not half. How about a half over here, 6 and a quarter now, 650. How about 650, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 650, and I sold it, 10. For 6 and a quarter, is number 8 is our here. That's what it's, doesn't call it anymore. Listen, that's 6, right? For our management, the amount. How about so we steal? 5, 6. How about 6? See, it's a country plan, you're gonna go, I got 5, 6, 3 half. How about 5 and a half on the quarter, now half, and that's 75. But 75, then you say it's 600 and a quarter, and the quarter, 6 over here, 6 and a quarter, and a half, 6 and a half, 75. How about 75? And now 7 and a quarter. How about quarter, and a half, 7 and a half, 75. Then 75, 7 and a half, 75 here, now 800, now 8. And the way one set eat, not quarter. I have a here, need a quarter. Up to the quarter here, just along, 825, and we have solar tank. $800 from number 8, right? Here we go, 27, it's just 2015, $80 bucks in the future as well. Nine grams, coming up here at the pound tank. I got down to go, pay the 8, 9, not half. We got half, not 1,000, not 1,000, not half, no less than a half. and a half, 13 and a half, and 14 and a half, 15 and a half, and 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, and 2 grand. How much here? 19 and a half of that. How about 2 grand? Now, half, 3, 1, 3, 1, half, 3, 1, 2, 2 and a half, and 3, 1, 3, 1, half, 9, 4, and a half, 25, 25, 25, and a half, now 6, and a half, and 7, and a half, 8, and a half, 20, 50, and the 50, 20 is here. How about 20, 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, the 50, 50, 9, 9, 0, 29, 29, 29, dollars. How about 29, you're gonna go 9, 9, 0, 9, something like this, for 28, 50, 28, that's your number, can I have a number? What's your number? 19 Lamar, 19 Lamar, here's our phone. Okay. For 100 minutes, so the number sounds like, we will find out. How about $500? 5, 6, 7. I got a half, not 7, 675, now 7. How about 7? We're gonna go 7, we're gonna go 7, come here, right here, not quarter. How about 4, right here, now half. How about 7, half of the back, each 7 quarter here. How about 750, we're gonna go 50, not 75, here, 775. 775, we're gonna go 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, here, so in the back. For 750, 750, and this number of that. Number 32. All right, number 29. Here we go with the Honda car. That is 04 Honda Civic. All right, there it is. 400 minutes. Figure the number. He went in 600. He said 3, 3.5, 4. 75, 4. Hit 4. Not quarter. I got 4 right. I do. Right over here. 4. Quarter and a half. And 75. Gonna go 75. How about 75? On 74 and a half. 75 line. 5. A quarter. And a quarter. 5 is money. 5 a quarter. And a quarter and a half. 5 and a half. What do you say? 50. And a 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, here, so. And a quarter, come on, number 6, 6 to buy. Here, 30, here comes number 2. Now, the next, around here, what do you say? I'm not going to know. I got 3, 3 and a half. And a quarter, and a half. How about a half, 75, 6, 606, and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 here, 6 and a half, 75. How about 75? You're both on. How about 675, 675, 675, and there's 7. That's 6 and a half online. Here's number 31, and the Cooper, got a blue side. All right, number 2, how about that is for the line. Time to go. That's 3, 4, 4, half. How about 100 here, 75 on the pound, and the quarter, and a half right here. And the 50 over here, now 6, and a quarter, and a half, 75, we're gonna go 6, 75, 7, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 75, we're gonna go 75, 800, and a quarter, and a half, 50, and 75, and 900, and a quarter, and a half, 50, 75, now 1,000. And a half, now, 11, and follow here, 12, under here, 12 to the matter. How about 12? So there's enough. 12. Now, 13. How about 13? You're kind of good. 13 over here. Now, 13, 15. And right here, 14. You guys together? Okay, 13 and a half. 14. How about 14? How about 75? 13, 75. Now, 14. Now, quarter. How about 14 and a quarter? 14 and a quarter. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half. And now 75. How about 75? I don't know. 14 and a half, 14, 75, not my job, huh? 14, 75, silver, that over here. 14, 50, I don't know which one you got. You got 2 numbers. Show me a number, just hold it up. 25, there we go, 25, right? We should get mine too. I didn't hear that number 30. 21. That's another one. There's a lot of good stuff there too. Look at that. Wow, who would have found it? Who would have found it? Now who's still in the line? Who would have found it about to start? 5, 4, 4 and a quarter. And a quarter and a half. 150. What is here? Yes, sir. Now 50. And 50, 50, 75, Not quarter. Not 15, you're gonna go 50, I do, quarters on site. I'm a half online, no 75, no 6. I'm at 600, you're gonna go 6, you need a quarter, then a half. I'm at 100, money, 6 a quarter over here, 6 and a half online, no 75, 75. 675, 7. I'm at 7, you're gonna go 7, 7 here, you're gonna go 7, what do you say? I'm at 7 dollar, not quarter, 7 a quarter, no home, 750. And 50, 50, 50, 7 a quarter, 715, you go 50, 50, you go 50, 50, and I super thing. 7 and a quarter, number 8 is my 87. Maybe we have 4, 2, 3, 6, right? That's the goal. So the how you gonna give me about 800? Here's about 3, 3.5, 4. Another 4, now half. 4.5, 5. Another 5, another half. Now 6, now half. Another half. 7, half right here. 7, 50 here, a quarter. Another half. 75. And 8, now quarter. Another quarter. 8 here in the front. 8 in the quarter. How much is the quarter in the quarter in the quarter in the quarter down? Quarter in the half. Now 75. How about 75? 8.5. 875, 875, 875, here we sold the tank. 850, number 27, 850, number 20. Here we look at that's a number here, number 34, number 4. That's a 4, and you want 50, then all the next, so you're gonna go over 1,000. I got down to go, 3, 3.25, 3.5. I got 350, 50, you're gonna go 50 on the swamp. How much 3.5? What do you say, 75? 4, 4.25, half, 4.5 over here, 50, now 75, I think really all. How much I'm gonna go? How much I'm gonna go? Just like I'm gonna do here, 9, 6, 10, 4, 75, number 6 is 180, 35, 85, even be better than that. Again, got the third one, number 3, 7, 1, what do you think we can do? I'm gonna make about 2, 6, 3, we take it. Right here, a half, 75, 4 and a half, 5, 9 and a half, and 1,000 and a half, 11 and a half, 11, 50, not 12, not 58, 450, 13, now 50, now 14, now 50, now 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 19 and a half. Look at me, don't worry about that, it's good, 19 and a half, 2 grand, no half. That's my job, so watch it. I got a half and no 1, 21, no half, no 2, 22, no half, no 3, no half, no 4, no, but 24, no half, no 5, 25, no half. Got a half, and 6, and a half, got a half, only 6, 26 and a half. I get 26, 26 out of a 50, we sold a tank for 2,600, 123, I get number 36, is an 03, G. That's going up, it's a big one. All right, here we go. They're gonna give me about 800, 800 bucks, 400 bucks, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, give me half time. I got 7, 7 and a half. How about quarter? No half, no 75, we're gonna go 75, 775. 775, 75 here, 9 going. 75. 75, 800, don't get that on me, just go. 8, not quarter. How about quarter, not quarter here, and a half, 75, we're gonna go 75. 8.5, 875, 875, and 9, and a quarter, how about quarter? How about that, a quarter here, a quarter, yes or no, and then a quarter, then I. Quarter, half, 75 is good, like I'm a lady. How about 975, 975? How about 75, 75, so okay. 950 online, 950 online. And then we got number 37, number 4, quarter, how to manage, 800. How about the other, 150, quarter. I got 3, we take it a quarter, and a quarter here, 3, 4, 4, a half, and a 5. He said 75, that's fine. How about 5, 475, 5, I think you're gonna go 5, you're gonna go 5, you're gonna go 5, we're sold at 75, number 6 is tomorrow, right? Here we go, 38,000. It's a 3.5, I don't know how to manage, so go on, maybe 100. He said, 3, take it, not half. I got 3.5, 5.5, 600 here and a half. Nope, I got 5.5, I got 6.5, 7. I'm at 7.5, I'm at 7.5, 8.5, and 9.5, and a half, and 1,000, and a half, and a half. 1,000 right here, 1,050, I'm a quarter. I'm a 10 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter here, and I'm going to sell it. I'm right here. For 1,000 even, 1,000 even, 103 is 39, I believe. Quarter hot and then, sit in the right here, hey, in the 800, you sit forward, forward, no half. I got a 50, 50, 50. I'm a 450, 450, 50, 50, 50, and 75, 500 dollars, and go find it. Okay, 75, and a half, 550, come on, guys, so over you did, let's go. I'm up 550, 50, and 50, and we, so that's number 40, is number 60 is the line, and number 40 is another law. All right, so we're about a minute, so the moment, hey, it goes on, we can do it. How about we come up? I got 3, 3.5, 4, 5, 5.5, 6. How about 6, 75, 6. And a quarter, and a half, 75, and I got 6.5, 675. And 7, 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, and a half, the 75, and the 75. Now read, 800 and a quarter, 825, 825, and a half, the 75. 75, 900, and a quarter, 9 more bucks. A quarter, and a half, 950. How about 950, 50, 950, 950, 50, right here, and 75, 1,000. And the time to go, come on, good looking man, let's go. $1,000, not 40, not half. How about a half? 1,050, 1,025, 1,050, you're gonna go 50, 50, and the time to 50, 50, 50, right here, 75, 11. How about 11, not 11, 10, 75, 11. How about 11 here, 130, video, 100, over here, now, quarter, you know, a half. A half, 11 and a half, okay, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11.75. 11.75, that's all. 11.75, 75, 75, very nice, going to cellophane on the side. For 11.50, 11.50, he's got, the other side, he's got number 145, 145, he'll come up and get one. All right, so we're going to have the minutes for the round, so we're going to the change, and we're going to do time. How about time to go? We said 5, 5.5. How about 5.5? We're going to say 75, 6, 600 and a quarter, and a half, 75. That's 7 and a quarter. A quarter, quarter already here, a half, so 175, one side at a half. 75. Now 800, 800 and a quarter. How about quarter? He said that he here. We have got 50, we have got 50, 50, we have got 50, 50, on the soil, 825, number 42, and we said it's there. Right, so we're going to have a minute, so we're going to have there. How much? You want 4, 5.5. I got a half and a 5, I got 7, 7.5, 7.5, 8. I'm gonna need, he's 7.5 over here, I need 8. I'm gonna need 800, 800, 875, not 800 dollars, not 40. Hey, you're back inside of 8, yes, sir, not 40. And the quarter, the right here, half, 8.5, 8.5, 875, 900, I'm a 9, 8, 75, 900, not quarter, not quarter, not half. I'm a half, around site, not a quarter. How about 950, 50, 50, 950, 50, 50, and I'm going to have 975, 1,000, and 1,000. 975 right here, 1,000. How about I'm going to go? Come on, people, let's go. Good luck, man. How about 1,000, 1,000? No, sold it. At 975 to 102, 102, here's number 52. Hey, 49, down. Five.
I got 575.
I got 575, 6. Going up, not down, 6, not order. How much order? I do, I have 6, 6 and a quarter. How much 6 and a quarter in the quarter here, 6 and a quarter? How much 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter on that silver tank? 600 dollars for one, each one there, here. And it goes to the one. sorry, 3,100. But they come out, 3,975,000. But now they go, 3,000. A thousand, not quarter. But quarter, the quarter, here, 10 and a quarter, not half, and now 75. Down 75, 11, not quarter, not half. And 75, 11, 75, 12, 1,200, 12, and a quarter, then a half, then 75, 13, 13, 13, not quarter, a quarter, and then a half. And then 75, you gotta go 75, then 14. I'm a 14, not quarter, 14, 25, and a half. And 75, you gotta go 14, 75, 75. I'm a 75, 15, 15, and a half. 50, 15, 50, 50, 50, and now 16. About 16, 16, 16, 16, and I 16 and a half, 17, 17, return again. About 17, 17, 17, here we're going to, sorry, thank you. 16, 15, right here in the front. I was switching them again. 142, this is one, yeah. But they have okay, fine. I'm not very good at 25, a half, 75, there's a 75, 375. I'm a 375, 375, and now 400. I'm a 4, not 40, not 40, you turn again. I'm a 4 and a quarter, 4 here, 4 and a quarter, this one for the thing. That's 400, and there's 60, here's 47, no 2, 7, that's a 3/4 ton. Guys, everybody keep on, 3 times. How about 1,000 go? How about 5 go? You gotta go 5, 6, 7.
750.
How about 7 and a half? Not 8, what's it? No half. Got a half. I have 8 outside. What's that? 8 and a half? 8 and a half? 9. You gotta go 9 and a half, 950. And the 50, 50 in the pounds and dollar now. 50, you gotta go 50 pounds and over here. How about 1,000, 50, 50, how about quarter? How about 10 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, 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 and a half? A half. So yes or no? How about a 50, 50, we're down to 50, 50, 50, and I sold it back well. I got a half on mine, I'm sorry. Down to 75, he jumped in the last, 10 and a half, 10, 75, 10, 75, 75, no, sold him online. 10, 50, online. See, online people push that like old ladies, okay? All right, here's number 48, it comes in 01, GMC. Right, go, the money going thousand, the pound will go, 3, 3 gotta go and a half, 350, 50, 75, we gotta go 75, 375. But 375, we gotta go 75, 75, 4, quarter, and the quarter, that's the whole right, too. But the quarter here, no, so they don't, so, like this, 400, put them on number 6, about that. Here's number 49, here's about 3, yes. Managed to around 800, I'm up to 43, here you go, 40, now high 75, you go 75, 375, you go 375, 375, so the time. That $315 number 6 is tomorrow, right? Number 50, here's about 5, that's your QSS. Hold on, I managed to around, do you have 900? But 9 bucks, how much time? How about 5, here, 5, 6. How about 6? Each 5, each 6. How about 6? How about a half? How about 100, 50, quarter, one half, that's 75. How about 75? How about half here? 5, 75, 6, now quarter. And a quarter, 76, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6, 75. And 7, now quarter, and a half, and 75. How about 75? Give me 75, 8. How about 8 here, 800, and back, and a quarter, and a quarter, 8's over there, 8 and a quarter, over there, and a half, and 75, and 9 and a quarter, half. How about a half, 1 and a half, and a 75, now 1,000. At a time to go, need to go, wake up, 1,975,000. At a time to go, here is something. 975, number 8 is over there, here's number 51, this is 2014. Hey, we got 72, shall we, okay? All right, for our minute, when you do it, hit the pound sign. Well, how about five? How about five and a buck? Five and a half. How about five and a half? I got five and eight, five and a half. How about quarter? One and a half, and that's 75. How about 75? We're gonna go, that's 75, that's it, it's 600, not quarter. How about quarter? Six over here, that quarter, now half, that's 75. How about 675? Reds over here, 75, okay, now 7 and a quarter. They were like on 7 and 7, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75? Now we 800, and a quarter, 845, 800, a quarter, no, 75. How about 875? We're gonna go 75, 900, and a quarter. And that quarter, be a quarter, guys, and a quarter, be a half, 175. How about 75? 975, come on, guys, 4,000, a quarter. And that quarter, 10 is over here, be a quarter, yes or no? How about 10 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, down here, we. Overtime for a thousand even number here's car 52. Here comes a right for how the medic over the time. I got time. No time?
575. 6.
I got 6. That's even better. Not 40, not half. How about 6 and a half? 75. And 70%, not 40. How about 40? Even a quarter. And a half. 75. 800. Now 800. Not 40. Now half. And a half. 75. 75. 900. Not 40. And a half. How about a half? We 70 a quarter. Half. 75,000.
Out.
No quarter, no half. How about a half? Down to 50. And 75, we're gonna go to 75. How much 10 and a half? How about that 75? We're gonna go 75 to the back, now 11. How about 11? 1100 and a quarter, 11 and a quarter, guys, 7 cheers. How about 11 and a quarter, quarter and a half, 1150, and a 50, 75, 1175, 11 and a half to the back. 1175, can you send it down? Not far? How about far? Okay, 1175 over here in the back wall. How about over another? How about over another? Not quarter, over 5, all here, quarter there, halfway. How about over a half? Word from a quarter on site. How about over the 50? Yes, no, come on, guys. How about over the 50? You slowly go back to 35, 25. This is the number there. Number 29. And here's number 53 and all 4. Over for the minutes, maybe 1,000 on the previous card. We'll go down to the ball. We said 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 75. And 6. How about 6? Now a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. Maybe something like that. How about 650, 50, maybe not. How about 675? I got 7 and a quarter and a half, 750 where? How about 50, 75? $800. How about there's a lunch now, quarter, before we come, he's here, he's a quarter. And the quarter and a half, we have the 50, quarter, 75, 9. How about when we do a quarter here, need a quarter here, quarter, do a quarter, what do you say? I got 9 here, another quarter here, we 7 on 9. That's 900, all right? Number 54, for the medics, they're gonna run it, I got 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and 6? That's even better. 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter? 600 leave a quarter. 625. How about 625? The jazz. 625. And we circle thing. $600 on number 2. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. Okay. 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter. Where's the number 6? Okay, next one is 55. There's an O2, which is yeah. What's that? 3. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 4, 5 and a half, 6. I got 75. Okay, fine. Now 6 and a quarter. I'm a quarter, not half. I got a half, and 75, and 7 and a quarter. A quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 is over here, 7 and a quarter, half online, 75, 75. 75, now 8, not quarter, but a half, 8 and a half, 75. How about 75, or 9, hang up good, 9, hang up good, my quarter, 9.5. How about 9.5? How about 9.5? 9.25 here, 9.5 here, 75, and 1,000, and 1,000, my quarter, my quarter, my quarter, it's a quarter, yes? Quarter, I can't tell you now, 10 1/4, now half. How about a half? 1,050, 75. How about 75? Money's 10.5. How about 1075, 75, 75, 75, 1100, and a quarter, and a quarter, 11 quarter, 1150, and 75, 1175, 1200, that's all, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and a half, 75. 76, you better not go leave. 475, 13, not quarter, not a quarter, now a half, and 75, and 14, not quarter, that's half, and 15, and a half, and 16, and a half, and 17, we're gonna go 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 1750, and a 50, the 50, the 50 here, we're going to, wait about a second or two here, solar fan over there, for 1,700, 1,700, number 164, thank you, sir. 164 is, I remember, yes. All right, $80 fee charge, goes through, $4, automatic, regular line, I got five, what's that price? What's that? I got six, give me half. 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 75. How about 75 cents? 600. How about 600 here? 1/4, 645, right here, now half, 75, 7. How about 7 here, 7 1/4, 7 1/4. And 1/4, 7's over here. How about 7 1/4, 1/4, here we have 1/4, half, and a half, 75, now 8, not quarter, down a quarter, 8's over here, guys. How about 8 1/4? Come on, let people go to bed. Stand up a bit like a man. 845, 845, sold it over here. At $800. Rule number 16, which is up, 857, 97, 305. All right, is here, we'll put 9 here, 3, 1/2. I gotta have my 75, gotta go 375, 375, 4. How about 400, not quarter? How about quarter, yes sir, 4 here. How about 4 right here, high, 175, how about 475, right? How about 5, not quarter, 175, yes sir, if I have the quarter. How about 5 1/4, not quarter, 5 1/4, right here, you need a half, 50. How about 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 550, 50, 50, and my silver, thanks. 5 1/4, line, is from the from there, 58. Here we go. Down here we have a 14 machine. For the numbers, what do you do here? 1,500, 15, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How about 9 here, 9 down 1,000, 7 here, 12 here, 12 here, 13. How about 13, 14, we're gonna get 14, you got a half, 14. And 14, 50, 15, we're gonna go 15. How about 15, we're gonna go 15, how about here, 75, down 15, 14, 75, 15, here up. I got 15, now 16, 16, 15 and a half, 16, now half, and 17, we're gonna go 17, 17, 17, 50, now 18. How about 18, 117 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and 7 and a half, and 2. How about 2? We're gonna get 2,000. How about 2? We're gonna get 2 grand, 2 grand, we're gonna get 2 grand, and I saw the thing. 1950 online, 1950 online. Can you say what the flashlight, we need to turn on for me? Light up? Hey, I need to hear you. There you go. Thank you. All right, here, 59, there it is, guys, here comes the North 7, on the Odyssey, for automatics, and around, $80 on the concession now. All right, that does run, what are you gonna pay? Who put it on your time? I got time to go, you know, that counts again, like in bed, I'm 11. I'm 11, 10 and a half, I'm 11. I'm 11, 10 and a half, 11, 11, more high, not 12. I'm a 12, but I have here, every 12. I'm a 12, I'm 1175. 1175, 75, not 12, not quarter. On the quarter, back on 75, over here, clear, now 75, 75. I got 12 and a half. The rest is slow, looking at your phone there. You got to look at me, 75, 13, 13 in the quarter. On the quarter, 13, 2, we the quarter, 13 in the quarter. On the quarter, now how much, 13, 15, that's 75. How about 75, we're going to go 13, 75, we're going to say 14, 1400. How about 14? We're going to go 14. How much should it be 75? 14? And 14 shoulder pain. 13, 75. Wow, that time, all right? We're number 60. That's a 93. 76. All right, there's going on the nation. We're on, so the total three. So we said 3, okay, take that part of it. How much we took home in the total? Hand, 375, 400, $1, enough for it. And I told her, now half, I got a 175, we're gonna say this one time, I can do that, but again, how about 5? How about $5? So you say, if I could do, then you maybe so that time, 475, number 65, number 61, that's about 100. All right, order 100 minutes, instead of 1, 3 pounds, example, 6, I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How about 9 here, 8, 2, 9, 3, 9, 11, 11. How about 11? I got pounds there, 11, give me hot. How about 100 here now, 11 now, 11, 50 now, 12 now, 50, 13, 13. How about 13? What about 113? What about 13? 75. How about 75 now? 13. We're going to go 13 in the quarter. I'm saying 13. How about 13 and a quarter? 13 and a half. 75. How about 75? You're 30. 13, 75. Minus 13 and a half. 13, 75. 75. All right.
75.
So the 14. So we got to bid like I did. I did 14 there. Quarter. On mine. Now half. Now half. That's 75. How about 75? 14 and a half here. 14, 75, you're going to 75, 75, 15, now half. How about half? I got 15 here. 15 and a half. Now 16. How about 16? What is 16? What is 16? Now half. That's 17. How about 17? What is 17? And a half. 17, 50. And 50. You're going to go 50, 50, 17, 150. No? Oh, okay. 1700 online, okay, today. And here we go down 62, 150, 400, 900, 9,000. I got 9,000 left. How about 11, 11, not a half, no 11, no half. How about a half? 11's over here, 11 a quarter, 11 a half, 75. And 12, you know? 12 and a quarter, and a half, that's 75. 75, 13, 13, no half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, and a half, I got 15 in the middle here, 15 half on line, 16, 16, no half, and a half, only 16, 16 and a half, 1600, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50 in the shoulder, okay? 1600 online, right here, it's only 63, it's only 16, 77. All right, get the number, starts on the right. All right, 400, 71, 7, 0, we got 57, $5 grand. 5, that's even better, 55, 6, 61, 62, 63, 64, 64, please. I got 7, 71, 72, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 grand, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 87, 88, 89, 9 grand, 91, you can do it if you want to. 92, 93, 95, how about 5, 95, 96, how about 9600, I gotta go 9600, 95 on site, 96, 97, 98, how about 98, go back on site, 97, 98, how about 98, what about 88, 99, 10 grand, how about 10, we're gonna go 10, we're gonna go 10 grand, 99 on site, 10 grand, pay first, it's your turn, 10 grand, 10 1, 10 2, 10 2, 10 3, 10 3, 10 4, how about 4, I'm sorry, 10 3, yes sir, 10 4, how about 10 4, you're gonna go 4, and we solar tank, $10,300, from number 8 mile. Here's number 64. Here's number 7. All right, so we'll have another on here. We're going to do here. I got to go. Hey, we got five, six. I got 5, 6, to be hot, quarter, hot, 75. How about 75? Gonna go for 75, 6, now, quarter. How about quarter, 60, you go quarter, half. How about a half, 75? Gonna go 675? 675? How about 675, 75, 75, and we shove it. That's 650 online, 650 online. 65, 2007, year one. Right, you don't want to mention it. I got time to go there. How about five? No, six. How about six? He's five. Yes, sir. Now six. How about a half ten? How about a half the other row? Four. 9.5. That's 75. How about 75? We're going to go 75. Minus 1.5. 75. How about 75? 75. And I sold it then. That's 550 for my 50. Six. 99 on the honesty guys. 400. I got 3 how about 350, 50, 3.25, 3.5, he's up, so 3.25, phone number 6 tomorrow, here's number 6707. How about 75, 77, not quarter, and a quarter, 177. How about 7 a quarter, and a quarter here, 7 a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, no 75. How about 75, 7.5, 775. How about 775, eat, not quarter. 8.25, who's in that 8? How about 8 a quarter, not that east? And a quarter, and a quarter and a half. 8.50, 8.45 here. 800, 875, 875. And 75. And 75, 9, 900 and a quarter, 925. How about 25? He's 9, 9 and a quarter. How about 9 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, down here, we have overtime, $900, number 8 tomorrow, 68. On the biggest, how about thousand go? How about enough time? How about how about a half, 6.5, and 7? How about 6.5, 7? How about 7.5, and 8.5? 850, got a half, and 9.5, and 1,000, and 1,000, and a half, and 11. And 11, that's, we got 11.5, now 12. How about 12? I got 12, no half. I got a half, you gotta go half. 12.5, 13, good show. Stop watching your phone, just watch me. 12.5, 13, 13, 13, so right here. At 12.50 on line, okay, fine. See what happens. Here's 69, there's a 2,000. 400 average for the line. He said three at water. 375 forward, the 400, take it, forward, down, cover, and forward, 80 points, 30 points. I'm not forward, high, forward, 50, and 50, 50, go 50, 450, 400, 50, 50, 75, and 500. I'm not going to another. I'm not going, come on. So, 475, online, okay, here's. Here's a 13. On 13, receive. Somebody, 1.5, now 8.5. 850, 850, 950, 1,000. And that's fine. 11, and there's a hundred here, 50 there, now 5. How about for the other, now, for 15, that's fine. How about 100 for the quarter, how about for the quarter, now, 175. And 13, and the 14, you go, you go, you don't have. How about 13, 75, 14. I got 14, not quarter, need a half. How about a half, 1,550, 150, 50, 75, you go 15, 75, 15, you go 15, no half. How about a half, now 16, you go to 16. How about 16, you go to 16, 16, no half. How about a half, money 16, 16 and a half, 17, and a half, 70, 50, and 50, no, that's a stop. How about 1,750, 50, my leadership one. So the thing, at 1,700 online, number 71, Beamer, we have a line, 4, number 5 no, for 348, sorry, 320. Four and a half. I got a hammer here, six and a half, almost 700. Almost 75, 7, and a quarter, and a quarter. Eight and a quarter, 825, and a half of it, almost 75. How about 875, 9, 900 on line, and a quarter and a half. And 75, $1,000. And the time will go in a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and almost a 50, and the comes on site, I gotta have on line. Now 75. Now 11, how about 11, 1100, now a quarter, and now a half, 11 a quarter here, 11 a half here, 75, your turn, 1175, 12, how about 12, we're gonna 12, not quarter, 12 a quarter, 12 and a half, how about a half, how about a half, now 75, we're gonna go 75, now 13, how about 13, not quarter, give me a quarter, I got 13, not a quarter, now a half, 13, 50, and that's 50, now 75, I'm gonna go 75, 50, 75, 75, 14, how about 14, I'm gonna go 14, not quarter, that's a bit like old women, I'm telling you. 75, 14, 75, 14, 75, 75, 15, 15, or outside, I got 15, now a half. 15 and a half. Don't look at your phone, just watch me. 15 and a half, 16. How about 16? I did. 15 and a half on the back, 16 on the line, now half. 16 and a half, return. 16 and a half, now 17. How about 17? 17 and a half, 17, 50. And the 50, 50, and the 50, and the 50, and the so okay. 1,700 online, okay, fine. Here's an 07. They're going to be a remodel now for laundry. How about 5 to go? 5 to go. You want 5?
I got 5.
5 and a half. How about 5 and a half of a quarter, huh? I got a half, no 75. How about 75? And now 600. How about 6 and a quarter, 625. How about 25 and a half, 650, no 75, we're going to go 75, 675, 700. How about 7, we're going to go 7 here, 675, 7, and a quarter. How about quarter and a quarter here, 7's on site, 7 quarter. How about 7 quarter and a quarter and a quarter down here, 9 half, so the same. 700, number 8 is live, here's 70. Hey, how much? Hey, you're gonna be fine. How about $1,000? $100. How much on the number here? 6, 7, 7 here, 6 and a half, 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half. 9 and a half, here, 9 and a half, not 1,000. And the 1,000 on 9, not half. How about a half? 1,50, not 11. 11, he's 10 and a half right here, 75, not 11, not quarter. Not quarter, now half, 11 and a half. And 75 on 9, 12, not quarter, and a half, 75. 13, 13? I got 13 and a quarter, now half, so 75, outside a half. 75 here, 14. 14 half, quarter, now half. At a half, return, a half, 75. How about 75? 15, now half. And a half, and then 16. 16 and a half. Can you have right here, 16 and a half on site, 17. How about 17? Now half. How about a half? 17 and a half. 1 is 17. 17 and a half, 18 and a half. 18, 50, it's 100, yes. 18, 100, 50, 50, you gotta go 50, 50 here, 1900 here. How about 19, 80 and a half, 19 areas, and a half, too much like a couple. I got 19, 19 and a half, and a half. So yes, no two. How about two, 19 and a half inside, 2 grand. 2 grand online, now half. How about 20, 50? And the 50, but yeah. 2050, the 50, or here, 100, 20, 50, 29. 21, now half. And a half, you sure? 21 and a half, and we sold them online. At 2100, here's card number 74, 2010. As in year 9. How about 100 bucks? I got 30, 30, 20, 24, 4 and a half. A half, 75. How about 75, the 100, and a quarter, like 75, but a half, and 75, and 6, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half, so the quarter's over here. A half, that's 75, and 7. How about 7, and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. How about a half, 7 and a quarter, 75, now we, 800 here. And now we, 8 and a quarter, now a half, 850. 850, 75, 79, 900, B9. I'm not losing it up, I'm not quarter, I'm not half. I got a half, he's trying to quarter here, 150, 50, now, 75 now, 1,000. And 1,000 go, 1,000 go, 1,000 down here, 1,000 in a row. How about 1,000 go, half? 1,000 and a quarter. Come on, let people don't do that. It's big, okay? 10 and a quarter and a half. And a half, right here, a quarter, and a half. How about 1,050, 50, 50, 1,050, 75, now 11, not quarter. Not quarter, 11 quarter and a half, that's 75. Now quarter. How about a quarter, I got quarter here, quarter and a half. Quarter and a half, now 75, now 13, not quarter. A quarter, a quarter. I can't tell what you're doing. Quarter, half, 75. How about 75, 30, 75, 14. How about 14? Not quarter, 14, 25, we're gonna go 25. And 25, and a half, 14, 75, we're gonna go 75. Well, come on, guys, let's go. 14, 75, 15, 15. How about 15, and 9, half, 14, 14, 75, number 4 divided by. Leads. Yeah. Yeah, number 75. Yeah. 75 is a little 6 who can grant it. 77, what do you do with Thompson? How about time to go? 5 to go. I'm gonna go $5, 5 and a half, 6. How about 6? 75, 6. How about 6? 1, 5, 75, 6. 600, 609, 7. Already gone. 5, 75. Give you plenty of chance to go. Number 6 divided. Number 76. Quarter, 100, give you quarter. How about 34 and a half? 355 and a half, 6. How about 6? 1 and a half, 6. How about 75? Now 6, now quarter. Now 100, 75, 7. How about 7, 7, leave a quarter now. And a half, 7, 7 and a half. How about 15? How about 15 now? 75, 800. How much is another? How much is 800 here? Is another? How much is $800 here? Now, total and a half. How about a half? We just want to on site. 8 and a half. I think it's not a bid. Let's go. 850, 859, so okay. 825. Put them on number 4 about it. Another quarter.
All four.
4 and a half, 75, 5 and a quarter now a half, and 75, we go 75. How about 75, 600 now a quarter. How much holding the quarter here and
Quarter.
75, we go 75, half on site. How about 675?
Five.
75, 7, not quarter. How about quarter? 7 here, quarter here, a half there, now 75. How about 75, 800, not quarter, 25. And now a half, and a half, is 75, we go 75. How about 75, 900, not quarter, 25. How about 25, we're gonna go 925, we can fix it. How about 140, that's what we're talking about, 25, 50, 50, 50, 75, got a half on site, 975, 9, come on, papers, get here. 975, 175, 1,000, a quarter, and a quarter, I got 10 here, and a quarter, I'm a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter here, we have summertime, for a time, 75, for a time, is on Number four, three to four,
Five and a
four,
half.
five and a half, six, number six, 75, six. I got 175, 600. Number six, number 600, we go 600, 600, and a quarter, here, green for it. Number six and a quarter, here, we have silver tank, 600 dollars on. Let's call 79. Let's go on the right, thousand. Three and a half, four, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a quarter, and a half. Five and a half, five and a quarter, five and a half, and a half. And a 50, raise, okay, five, raise, 40, raise, number 6, there, raise, number 80. It's an old, okay, right? He said, I got quarter, my quarter, you need a quarter and a half, and you 50. How about 50, 51 back, if you're a half, and how about 50, 50, 50, 75, $400. How much they put about, so you get $400, quarter, and a quarter for all your fund, line of four, and a half. How about 450, 50, 75, you get a 475. How about 75, you get a 475, I think it. How about 5 on the quarter, but only 80 pounds there, 80 quarter. How about 5 and a quarter, and a quarter, we have sugar tank. That's 500 online, number 80. 400, Bucks, 300 bucks. How much paying 75 for 400? And now a quarter for 25, for money. How much for a quarter, but a hand. For a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, here is summer tank. At 400, number 6 flyer here. Here's a 20, for, for 400 bank, but you wait. I got you. How about you, you're gonna get £2,000, you're gonna get into, you're gonna get to solar tank. At 1950, online, for exercise 300. How much they're gonna watch, they're gonna call it. I agree with 50, 50, 356, and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. How about a half, 7 and a quarter? How about 7, 75, 75, 800? How about 800? Now we, 800, now we, 75. Feet, not quarter, now. How about a half? Get rid of it, no. 850, 850, 50, 850, 50, 75, 75, $900. How about $900? We know, quarter, quarter, half. How about a half, 140 here, 950, 50, 75, 9,000. And the time to go, one, let's start, 10,000, now quarter. And a quarter, 10 here. How much, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, nine here, nine, and a seven, thank. 1,000, online, I need it. 28, 140. So you do here, here, and then nine. Three and a quarter, 3.5. How about a half, 3 and a quarter, 3.5. I got 5.5, 6 and a half. How about 650, 50, 650, outside at 6. How about 6 and a quarter, 10.5, 650, 75. How about 675, we're gonna go 675, piece of half. How about 675, 75, 75, and I sort of think, 6 and a half, put them on number 8, 9, 8, 5. Here's here's an old 6. 4.5 minutes, here we go, how much? How about a half? 6. 6.5. How about a half? I got 6 on site. 6.5. 7. 7. 7.5. How about a hundred? Hey, how about 50, 50, 50? Yeah, everything on this side.
I got
And
84.
a quarter, okay. And a half, that's 75. 875, 8.5, 875, 875, 900, and a quarter, and a half, and a half, and 75, and 1,000, and 1,000, now 1,000, 1,000, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and 11, but 11, but 11, 11, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 11, and 75. Here, 175, 75, not 400, and a quarter. I'm a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and a 75. 12.75, there goes 75, now 13, and a quarter, need a quarter, need a quarter, you turn it again. How about a quarter, now half, now 75, there goes 75. How about 13.75, 13 and a half. How about 13.75, 75, 14, now a quarter. How about a quarter, be a quarter, what do you say? And a quarter here, 14, a quarter, and a quarter here, and a one, thanks. At 1,400, we're going to put them on the feet. Here's 86. Here's 14, that's 80 miles over. So the one that is here. So you give me time on time. 1,000, 11, 12. How about pounds there for another? I got that one right there. I got a half, not 12, and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16. 16, now,
17.
17, now,
18
and a half, 19, now, and a half, 19, I got 2 grand, 20 and a half, 21, now, about a half, 22, now, 22 and a half, 3, 23, now, 4, now, half, 24 and a half, 5, about 25, and a half, and 6, about 26 and a half, right here, now, 7, now, 27 and a half, I'm a 48 and a half, 48 and a half, 9, but 29. How about 29? Now, 3 grand. How about 3? You gotta get 3 grand. Now, 31. I got 3 grand here. 31, 2. How about 32? Mom's 31, 32. How about 32? The number 32, they're up. So the thing. Yeah, 3100. So go to the all here, starting with. East, I remember he could set was on 17, line 4. I'm a $500. I get down on 6 and a half, 7. I'm a 7, 7. I'm a 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, you're gonna give me 7. I'm a 7, you're gonna go 7, give me 4, thanks. 675, number 675. Hey, guys, thanks for coming out tonight. Don't forget, hey, next week, we're gonna do this all over again, so come see us, okay? Thank you very much.